Hello, everybody. Welcome to session 2 for Functional Skills Maths. We're going to carry out calculations with numbers up to 1 million, including strategies to check answers, including estimations and approximations. So let's wrap this up. Let's have a look at what we're doing. Aims and outcomes. By the end of the session, learners must be able to understand place values. Learners should be able to compare numbers and use in equal signs. Learners could also aim to use approximations in calculations to provide sensible estimates, and learners will be assessed on their ability to understand place values in large numbers and make appropriate approximations to make sensible estimations. So let's move on. How we read and write numbers then. What is the difference between a number and a digit? Now, the answer is on the screen. This is not a trick question. There are only 10 digits in our number systems. They are 0 to 9. Numbers are then made up by combining these digits, for example, 697 or 697. The place value for each digit is a number depending on its position or positions within the numbers. So the number 1 million is shown on the table below. We've got the million, the hundreds of thousands, HTH, tens of thousands, TTH, thousands, TH, hundreds, H, tens, T, and units. And you might remember this from your application of numbers level 1. We normally do hundreds, tens, and units, or thousands, hundreds, tens, and units. So we're now going all the way up to a million. So a million has 6 zeros. The digit 1 is the 1 million column, and the value of the digit is 1 million. So let's have a look at these and see how we get on. Place the value in the numbers. So in A, what is the value of 3 in each of these numbers? Now, remember, what you might need to do is write this table down on a piece of paper. So when you go in, you're doing your when you're doing your exam, you can write this down, 6 digits, M, thousands, tens, thousands, hundreds, tens, and units. So hopefully by doing that, we've just had a little sneaky look, haven't we? The 3 was units, wasn't it? So that's 3 in units. If we look at 25,639, the 3 there would represent 30 or 3 tens. Okay. If we look at 888324, it's 300 or 300s. You can see how this is working, can't you? The next one would be 300,000 or 300s of thousands. And then the last one there, 35,802, would be 30 3 tens of thousands, so 30,000. So, amount of digits in a number. Numbers can be referred to as 1-digit numbers or 2-digit numbers, e.g., 3-digit numbers, etc. So, for example, 6 is a 1-digit number or just 1 unit. 37 is a 2-digit number, tens and units. 837 is 3-digit numbers, hundreds, tens, and units. So we've just covered this. So remember, we're now kind of going we're going from right to left on that chart. 2,879 is 4-digit numbers. That's thousands, hundreds, tens, and units, and so on. We just keep going. So using the digits 2, 3, 7, and 9 to form 4 digits, what is the largest number you can make if you use each digit only once? So the largest number you can make. So we then need to put them in the largest down to the smallest. So 9, 7, 3, 2. Okay, so we've gone down. So 4 digits, that's 9,732. So it's basically the reverse number, isn't it? So more or less, numbers can be compared to see which is greater. More, so that's that symbol, or which is less. That's simple. So it's symbols can be used for shorthand. For example, should have just known that was coming out right, those little arrows. 100,000 is less than, or sorry, 100,000 means 100,000 is greater than 99,999. So it's more than. 999,000 is less than 1 million. So we've got more than, or greater than, less than. I do more than, but greater than is exactly the same. So insert the correct symbol in these statements. Is 185,789 more than or less than, or is greater than, sorry, 99,897. So I'm hoping it is greater than. Good. So is 10,000 more greater than or less than 99,000? It's going to be less than. And is 87,654 more than or less than 9,876? So it's more than. Good. So we can see how those symbols work. Before carrying out a calculation, it can be a good idea to have a rough idea of what answer you might expect. We do this by estimating calculations. Imagine you want to buy several items in the shop and you have £10 to spend. Quickly estimating the total can help you decide whether you have enough money to pay for them. Here are the items you want to buy. So we've got a magazine at £1.95, a loaf of bread at 99p, chocolate at 85, banana at £2, and washing powder at £5.19. So the question is, do we have enough money? So the reality is we can quickly estimate this by rounding the values. So a magazine at £1.95, we could say is £2. A loaf of bread, 99p, we can say it's £1, that's now £3. Chocolate, it's 85 pence, that's £4 adding up. Banana at £2.10 for £6. And washing powder at £5. So that's about £11, isn't it? So in case we're going to round all the values to the nearest pound, so round to 2, round to 1, round to 1, round to 2, round to 5. And again, we can then see we are £1 over. So it is unlikely that we have enough to buy all items. So estimated calculations then here, even if we do not need, even if we do really need to know the exact answer, estimating an answer first can give you confidence in calculations is correct. For example, 312 minus 72 divided by 9.8. So by rounding up each number, we can have a rough calculation to get the estimate. In this case, we could do this much easier. 300 divided by, or minus 100 divided by 10. So this gives us 20. So 312 minus 97 divided by 9.8 gives us approximately equals to sign, which is the way for line, to show the value has been rounded. So the accurate answer is 21.84, 2 decimal places, which is very close to our estimate answer. So estimating calculations. You want to calculate 203 by 52. The calculator gives you the answer of 966. Do you think this could be the correct answer? Can you explain why? So let's have a look at this. Estimating the answer by rounding. So we could do 203 times 42. So the quickest there would be 200 times 40. So 200 times 40 equals 8,000. We could expect to estimate of 8,000 to be close to the answer in the calculator, but it is not. This means that 966 is not the correct answer, and an error has been made when typing in the calculator or on the calculator. The actual answer is 8526. Okay, so ultimately, just by trying to work out the figure, we would know whether or not we got the right answer. And again, 2 times 4. So I would do 2 times 4 because we're all in noughts. 2 times 4 is 8. Add the noughts. That's roughly 8,000. So straight away. So we would know that we're roughly at 8,000, aren't we? So estimating, dropping those units, turning them into tens makes it easier for us to round off. So estimating calculations, Oliver is training to do a 6 km open water swim. He swims around the lake each lap, which is 987.5 meters. He swims at a steady speed. It takes Oliver 19 minutes and 34 seconds to swim 1 lap. Approximately, how long does it take Oliver to swim 6 kilometers? So let's have a look at how we can estimate this. So we're saying 987.5 meters is roughly 1,000 m. 1 lap is roughly 1,000 m. So we're kind of there. 1,000 m equals 1 kilometer. So 19 minutes and 34 seconds equals, or is equivalent to, or estimated 20 minutes. So it takes roughly 20 minutes to swim 1 lap, which means it would take him approximately 20 minutes to swim 1K. So it will take Oliver approximately 120 minutes. So that's 2 hours, 60 plus 60 is 2, to swim 6K. So you can see just by estimating and putting your estimates down that you can quickly get to an answer where you need to be, and you'll be able to check your answers if you've got them right or wrong. So outcomes for this session: you must be able to understand to place a value. Learners should be able to compare numbers and use the inequally signs, there's wiggly ones and those. And learners could also aim to use approximations in calculations to provide sensible estimates. Learners will be assessed on their ability to understand place value in large numbers and make appropriate approximations to make sure suitable estimations. So congratulations, you've completed this module. Carry out calculations with numbers up to 1 million, including strategies to check answers, including estimations and approximations. Now practice your skills with the activities and test your knowledge and progress. So go back to your session, and again on your home page, please make sure that you have gone in and you are completing the activities there and the answers. And don't forget, you also have the knowledge check sheet there to do. Wonderful. Congratulations. I will see you in session 3.